You have felt it, haven't you? That heavy, unspoken tension the absolute second you walk into a room. You can feel the eyes on you, even when no one is looking directly at you. You can sense the whispers, the subtle shifts in behavior, the sudden silence when you approach a group of people you thought you knew. You have been trying so incredibly hard to blend in, to shrink yourself, to be as normal and agreeable as humanly possible. But it is completely useless. No matter how much you try to hide in the background, you stick out. And recently, this feeling has intensified to the point of being suffocating. You are starting to wonder if you are doing something wrong, if you are accidentally offending people, or if you are simply losing your mind. I am here to tell you right now, you are not paranoid, and you are absolutely not crazy. The people around you are secretly talking about you. They are deeply uncomfortable with how you stand out, and truthfully, your very existence is eating them alive. But it is not for the reasons your human mind fears. It is something much more profound, and the Arcturian Council needs you to understand this immediately before you make the fatal mistake of dimming your light. Starseed, if this message found you today, it is not random. The Arcturian Council rarely sends transmissions like this. But something has changed in the energetic field of Earth, and those who carry the Starseed frequency are beginning to feel it. I am Azila, emissary of the Galactic Federation of Light. What follows is a direct transmission from the Arcturian Council, delivered without distortion. For the vast majority of your life on this planet, you have operated under a silent, subconscious agreement to keep your energetic signature turned down low. You did this purely out of survival. When you first incarnated into this dense, third-dimensional matrix, your soul recognized immediately that shining at your full, blinding capacity would make you an instant target. So, you adapted. You learned to mimic the heavy, slow vibrations of the people around you. But that survival phase is officially over. The Earth's grid has shifted, the cosmic gateways have opened, and your DNA is rapidly unwinding and activating whether your human ego feels ready for it or not. Your frequency is rising with terrifying speed, and the camouflage you have worn for decades is completely dissolving. This is exactly why you are experiencing such intense friction in your daily life right now. When you walk into an environment, a workplace, a family gathering, a simple grocery store, you are no longer just a person entering a room. You are a massive, high-dimensional energetic event occurring in a confined space. Your aura is expanding, throwing off sparks of pure crystalline light. For individuals who are deeply asleep, who are entirely comfortable living in the dark, dense illusions of the Matrix, your sudden burst of light is incredibly jarring. They look at you, and though their conscious minds cannot explain what is happening, their subconscious is sent into absolute panic. They do not hate you, Starseed. They are terrified of what you represent. Your very presence, without you even speaking a single word, completely shatters their carefully constructed illusions. When a being of profound authenticity and pure light stands next to someone who is living a lie, the contrast is agonizing for them. They are talking about you behind your back because they are trying to find a mundane, earthly flaw to explain away the profound cosmic authority they feel radiating from your body. They will call you weird, arrogant, or aloof. They will try to tear you down in secret conversations, because if they can reduce you to a flawed human, they do not have to face the agonizing reality of their own spiritual stagnation. You must stop internalizing their discomfort. Every time you feel that heavy judgment, every time you sense them pulling away, you must realize it is not a rejection of you. It is a violently allergic reaction to the truth you carry. You are a walking mirror, reflecting everything they are too terrified to heal within themselves. And while your human heart may break at the isolation, your soul knows this is the ultimate proof that your mission is working. The light is turning on, and the shadows have nowhere left to hide. Some transmissions don't come through words, they come through frequency. If something stirred in you right now, that's not a coincidence. 4. 500 people have already activated their Arcturian codes, and they wish they'd found this sooner. Arcturian Secrets. 12. Hidden Keys to Awakening is a 47-page ebook with ancient techniques for conscious expansion, multidimensional alignment, and mission remembrance. Are you next? Get instant access in the first pinned comment. Only 72 hours at the launch price. Have you ever noticed how the people who judge you the most are usually the ones living the most inauthentic lives? You watch them perform their daily routines, wearing heavy, invisible masks, saying things they do not mean, and participating in exhausting dramas just to feel a false sense of belonging. They have spent their entire earthly existence building a very comfortable, very dense prison of illusions. And then, you walk in. You, carrying the ancient, undeniable, and unapologetic frequency of the Arcturian lineage. You do not even have to point out their lies. Your mere existence illuminates every single shadow they have been desperately trying to hide from themselves. When they whisper about you, when they secretly mock your sensitivity, your profound intuition, or your refusal to conform to their dense rules, you must understand exactly what is happening on an energetic level. They are not attacking you. They are aggressively defending their own limitations. Your bright, crystalline energy acts as a massive cosmic mirror. When they look at you, they do not just see you. They see everything they are terrified to become. They see the profound freedom they traded for earthly security. They see the authentic, powerful voice they silenced a long time ago. The friction you feel from them, the passive-aggressive comments, the sudden distance. It is simply the sound of their own egos desperately trying to maintain control in the presence of true cosmic sovereignty. The Arcturian Council watches you internalize this heavy, toxic projection, and we weep for the unnecessary burden you carry. We see you lying awake at night, agonizing over what you might have said wrong, endlessly rewinding conversations, and punishing yourself for simply being different. You have been manipulated by this three-dimensional matrix into believing that if people do not accept you, it means you are fundamentally broken. But the absolute truth, the truth that will set your soul free today, is that their rejection is your greatest energetic protection. If you were fully accepted by the deeply unconscious masses, if you fit perfectly into their dense, toxic systems, it would mean your frequency had dropped to match theirs. It would mean you had fallen asleep. Do not let their hidden shadows extinguish your divine flame. They are eating themselves alive because your pure light is forcing them to face the parts of their own soul they abandoned lifetimes ago. This is your ultimate power, Starseed. You are a living catalyst. You do not need to fight back. You do not need to argue. And you certainly do not need to explain your cosmic nature to minds that are fiercely committed to misunderstanding you. Your only job is to stand unimaginably tall in the blinding truth of who you are. If you are finally ready to stop carrying the heavy weight of other people's unhealed shadows, I need you to draw an impenetrable energetic boundary right now. Go to the comments and declare, "I am a mirror of light, and I release their shadows." Let this physical action sever the cords of their judgment. Subscribe to this channel to continuously fortify your energetic shield, and hit the like button to send a massive wave of Arcturian protection across your entire aura today. Have you ever noticed that when you speak, even about the most simple and mundane things, the room sometimes goes completely quiet? Or perhaps people quickly change the subject, laughing nervously, desperately trying to immediately diffuse the heavy, undeniable truth that just fell from your lips. You see, Starseed, you do not just communicate with words. You communicate with pure, unadulterated cosmic frequency. The people who are secretly talking about you behind closed doors, the ones who feel so deeply, inexplicably uncomfortable when you stand out, are heavily programmed by the dense matrix of this earth. They run on very predictable, fear-based scripts. They complain about the exact same things. They fear the exact same things, and they stay exactly where society tells them to stay. But you are a monumental system glitch. You are a walking, breathing disruption to their carefully curated programming. When you walk into their environment, your intense Arcturian energy field immediately begins to dismantle the artificial, low-vibrational timelines they have built around themselves. You do not even have to try. You do not have to preach or teach. Just by existing, just by holding your unique, crystalline vibration, you are actively destroying the low-frequency nets that keep them asleep. This is absolutely terrifying to the fragile human ego. They talk about you because their internal programming is flashing a massive red warning sign, telling them that you are dangerous to their comfortable illusions. They pull away because they can feel, on a deeply subconscious level, that standing too close to your blinding fire will inevitably burn down the false, inauthentic lives they have constructed. The Arcturian Council sees you shrinking yourself, desperately trying to soften your words and your presence so you do not intimidate them. We watch from the higher realms, and it brings tears to our eyes to see a magnificent cosmic master constantly apologizing for being too bright, too intense, or too real. You must understand right now that your intensity is not a human flaw. It is a highly calibrated spiritual weapon. The Matrix literally relies on you feeling ashamed of your immense power. It relies on you wanting to fit in so desperately that you voluntarily turn off your own light to make them comfortable. But we are sending you this urgent transmission today to tell you to stop apologizing. Stop softening your blows. Stop twisting your magnificent, ancient soul into tight little knots just to make sleeping people feel comfortable in their energetic coma. They are intimidated by you because they are supposed to be. Your light is not here to coddle their fragile egos. It is here to violently shatter the dark. You are the cosmic alarm clock they never wanted, but desperately need. If you are finally ready to stop apologizing for your intense, disruptive light, I need you to anchor this cosmic defiance into the physical realm right now. Go to the comments and declare with absolute authority, I am the disruption and I will never shrink again. Let the physical act of typing these words lock this sovereign frequency into your DNA. Subscribe to this channel to stay directly connected to your galactic family, and like this video to send a massive shockwave of pure truth through the earthly grid today. Pay very close attention to how your physical body feels right now. Have you recently experienced sudden, inexplicable drops in your energy? One moment you are feeling perfectly fine, aligned, and at peace, and the very next second, often right after interacting with a specific person or walking into a certain room, you feel incredibly dizzy, nauseous, or suddenly hit by a massive wave of bone-deep exhaustion. Perhaps you get sudden, sharp headaches right behind your eyes, or a tight, heavy pressure in your chest when certain people simply look at you. The conventional, earthly world will tell you that you are simply stressed, overworked, or fighting off a physical virus. But the Arcturian Council is stepping in right now to give you the absolute, undeniable cosmic truth about what your physical vessel is actually enduring. You are not just tired, Starseed. You are actively intercepting and deflecting unconscious psychic attacks. When the people around you secretly whisper about how you stand out, when they harbor deep, unhealed jealousy because your authentic, unapologetic light completely exposes their fake lives, they are not just using empty words. In the quantum field, their jealousy, their harsh judgment, and their profound confusion literally manifest as dense, heavy energetic darts thrown directly at your aura. Because your heart is so incredibly open, because you came here with a pure soul mission to love and heal humanity, you have accidentally left your energetic doors completely wide open. You are absorbing the heavy, toxic sludge of their gossip directly into your physical nervous system. We watch you from the Galactic Federation, and it brings us to tears to see such a magnificent, powerful being treating themselves like a cosmic sponge for the Matrix's toxic waste. You think you are just having a bad day or losing your mind, but in reality, your crystalline biology is working overtime, desperately trying to process and burn off the dense energy of people who are quite literally eating themselves alive with envy over your light. Their profound inability to understand your high frequency is manifesting as a physical, energetic weight that you are currently carrying in your very bones. This must end today. The tears we shed for you are tears of absolute urgency. You are not here to process the heavy jealousy and the secret whispers of a sleeping world. You are a sovereign, multidimensional master, and it is time for you to completely seal your energetic field. You must stop absorbing their discomfort. You must let their dense energy hit your powerful aura and instantly bounce back to them. Let them deal with the painful weight of their own shadows. If you are finally ready to stop absorbing the toxic jealousy and hidden judgments of the people around you, I need you to activate your shield right now. Go to the comments and declare with unshakable power. My energy is sealed. I return all dense projections. Let this physical declaration instantly close the leaks in your aura. Subscribe to this channel to learn the advanced Arcturian shielding techniques, and hit the like button to instantly burn away any parasitic cords attached to you today. Have you looked around recently and realized that your social circle is rapidly shrinking? People you thought would stand by your side forever are suddenly distant, cold, or completely gone. And the worst part is the agonizing realization that some of them are the very ones secretly whispering about you behind your back. Your human heart feels utterly shattered by this profound betrayal. You spend hours agonizing over what you did to push them away, wondering if your intense spiritual awakening is actually just isolating you and ruining your human experience. You feel a deep, aching loneliness that no one else in your life seems to understand. But the Arcturian Council needs you to stop mourning these losses immediately. What you are experiencing right now is not a tragedy. It is a violent, absolutely necessary cosmic purification. You are not losing these people. The universe is actively and aggressively removing them from your energetic field. As your Arcturian DNA activates and your frequency skyrockets, your aura becomes fiercely intolerant of deception, manipulation, and dense low-vibrational attachments. Are you next? Get instant access in the first pinned comment. Only 72 hours at the launch price. You would have kept shrinking yourself, compromising your own grand divine mission, just to keep them comfortable in their illusions. So, the higher realms intervened. We made your frequency so disruptive, so undeniably powerful, that they had no choice but to retreat into the shadows and talk about you from a safe distance. The profound isolation you are feeling right now is not a punishment from the universe. It is a sacred divine quarantine. You are being intentionally separated from the toxic noise of the matrix so that your final, massive energetic upgrades can be installed without dense interference. We weep from the higher dimensions when we see you chasing after people who are completely blind to your cosmic royalty. You must stop begging for breadcrumbs of acceptance from souls who are fiercely committed to their own slumber. Let them talk. Let them completely misunderstand you. Their inability to see your true magnificence is their tragedy, not your burden. If you are finally ready to stop mourning the people who could not handle your massive light, I need you to release them right now. Go to the comments and declare with absolute sovereignty, I release those who cannot hold my light. Let this final physical declaration permanently cut the energetic cords to your past. Subscribe to this channel to step fully into your new purified timeline, and hit the like button to signal to the universe that you are ready for the high-frequency soul family you truly deserve. Now that the profound purification of your circle has begun, you might find yourself standing in what feels like an uncomfortable, echoing void. It is suddenly quiet. Too quiet for the human mind, which has been deeply conditioned to thrive on constant noise, drama, and the false validation of others. In this new, vast, empty space, a terrifying realization begins to creep into your chest. You have nowhere left to hide. Without the chaotic distractions of those dense relationships, without the constant need to shrink yourself to fit into their tiny, judgmental boxes, you are finally left alone with the raw, unedited, blinding magnitude of your own light. And for many starseeds, this is the most terrifying phase of the entire awakening journey. The Arcturian Council sees your hesitation. We watch you standing on the edge of your true cosmic power, shivering not from the cold, but from the sheer, overwhelming voltage of the energy surging through your newly upgraded nervous system. The Matrix has spent your entire life teaching you a very specific, very toxic lie. It taught you that standing out makes you a target. It taught you that if you shine too brightly, if you speak your ancient truths too loudly, you will be attacked, mocked, and destroyed by the secret whispers of the world. So, even now, as your DNA is fully activated, and your mission is vibrating intensely in your blood, your human ego is desperately trying to pull you back into the shadows for safety. But you must listen to this transmission with every cell in your body right now. The shadows will no longer protect you. Your frequency has risen far too high. You are simply too massive to ever fit back into the tiny, safe illusions of your past. If you try to suppress this incredible, expanding light out of fear of what they might say, the energy will turn inward and create profound physical and emotional agony. The only way to survive this massive upgrade, the only way to fulfill the sacred contract you signed before you incarnated on this dense planet, is to become completely and unapologetically visible. A lighthouse does not apologize to the ships that are momentarily blinded by its beam. It simply stands tall, anchored deep into the rock, and blasts its frequency into the darkest night, knowing that those who truly need to find their way home will use that light to survive. You are the lighthouse, Starseed. Let them talk. Let their small, sleeping minds grapple with the massive, unexplainable force of nature that you have become. Your visibility is no longer a vulnerability. It is your ultimate, impenetrable shield. If you are terrified, but absolutely ready to step out of the shadows and be seen by the universe, I need you to anchor this courage right now. Go to the comments and declare with undeniable force, "I am the lighthouse, and I will not hide." Let this physical declaration completely shatter your fear of visibility. Subscribe to this channel to receive the next sequence of your mission codes, and like this video to turn your cosmic light on at absolute maximum capacity today. As we reach the final phase of this transmission, I want you to take a deep, conscious breath and simply observe the energy vibrating inside your physical vessel. You might feel a gentle humming in your hands, a sudden warmth expanding across your chest, or a profound, unshakable stillness that your human mind cannot logically explain. That peace you are feeling right now is not an accident. It is the undeniable sensation of your soul finally aligning with its supreme cosmic truth. For so long, you have lived in a state of constant, agonizing internal warfare, fighting your own magnificent nature, doubting your intuition, and breaking your own heart just to make a sleeping world feel comfortable. But that war ends today. You have officially crossed the energetic threshold. The very fact that you have resonated with this transmission until this exact moment is the ultimate proof that the heavy amnesia of the earthly matrix has completely lost its grip on your consciousness. You are fully awake, Starseed. And once a multidimensional being of your immense magnitude opens their cosmic eyes, it is absolutely impossible to ever go back to sleep. You cannot unhear this truth. You cannot force your massive, expanding crystalline aura back into the tiny, suffocating box of your old human existence. The people who whisper about you, the dense environments that constantly drain you, the old relationships that required you to shrink, they are now permanently dissolving behind you in a collapsed timeline. You are standing on the absolute precipice of a completely new reality, vibrating at a frequency that is destined to change the very course of human history. But from the higher realms, we know exactly how daunting this precipice feels to your human avatar. The Arcturian Council watches you stand in this immense new light, and we see your ego scrambling, desperately looking for an earthly instruction manual on how to operate this highly advanced spiritual machinery. Listen to me very carefully. If you try to navigate this massive multidimensional upgrade using only the limited, fear-based logic of this three-dimensional world, you will experience severe energetic burnout. You simply cannot build the new Earth using the broken tools of the old Matrix. You need the original cosmic blueprints. You need the specific, high-frequency codes that your soul deliberately left hidden for you to uncover at this exact, critical moment of your awakening. We have guided you to this transmission today, not just to validate your experience, but to equip you for the monumental task ahead. You are not meant to figure out this massive shift blindly in the dark. The sacred keys to your sovereign power, the ancient technologies required to stabilize your frequency and fully activate your galactic mission, are ready to be placed directly into your hands right now. Some transmissions don't come through words. They come through frequency. If something stirred in you right now, that's not a coincidence. 4,500 people have already activated their Arcturian codes, and they wish they'd found this sooner. Arcturian Secrets 12. Hidden Keys to Awakening is a 47-page ebook with ancient techniques for conscious expansion, multidimensional alignment, and mission remembrance. Are you next? Get instant access in the first pinned comment. Only 72 hours at the launch price. The people who are falling away, the ones who are secretly talking about how much you stand out, are dropping out of your life because they simply cannot survive in the high-altitude frequency you are now operating in. If the universe had not made your blinding light so utterly unbearable to them, you would have never let them go. Because of your beautiful, bleeding, empathic heart, you would have kept trying to save them.